In this video, we're going to talk about how to create. So we are essentially going to talk about visualization and intent. And before we are too quick with starting to visualize and intend, we need to know what we want to create. And I suggest we reflect on the essential areas of the game. Your happiness, your mental state of being, maybe even your financial situation. And I suggest that we start off with happiness. But before we do that, we should reflect a little bit on the choices we have. Because sure, we can choose to just be happy. Hypothetically, it is that simple. But the day and the game in general is a bit more complex than that. You would benefit from having healthy mindsets in all essential areas of your day. And by that I mean the areas of life that you're experiencing in a day. So essentially we can choose who we want to be. Yes, you are source and you're experiencing game of life, but you can choose what you want to visualize and intend for. You choose what you want to create for yourself. You choose who you want to be throughout your day. So of course now we realize that you can choose to be someone who is happy. And you can choose to be someone who isn't. You can choose to be someone who doesn't let anything come in between you and your happiness. You can choose to be someone who doesn't care about things that aren't worth caring about. And all of these things are ideas. They are ideas that you have found amongst consciousness. Consciousness is just a bunch of ideas. It's a library that you can pick and choose from, the things that you want to visualize and experience. And I think the ideas I just talked about are very good. They are essential. They're going to create a very empowered state of being for you. So I choose to be happy. That is a choice. And I choose to visualize myself being happy and experience it here and now. I also choose to visualize myself as someone who doesn't let anything come in between me and my happiness. Nothing is worth getting upset about to the point to where I'm not happy anymore. And essentially now, I'm rewriting my script. I'm changing my experience. And we can understand that it's important that I now pick and choose the things that are truly valuable to me, the things that I care about. Happiness, to be unshakable, because I might have to stick to this work a little bit. It would be nice if you could sit down and visualize happiness once, and that this is who you are from now on, and you just master it. But you might have to do it again and again, and choose to be that person. And you would choose to be that person if you recognize that it is essential, and there really isn't much value in choosing any of the other alternatives. But let's just rewind a little bit. Let's just calm down. If we remove all low frequencies in this game, then life is amazing. What you simply are left with is a day, a beautiful day, a day where you can do whatever you want. And don't you forget that if you're experiencing anything else than that beautiful world, then you have been giving into some ideas that aren't really benefiting you. And you have been visualizing, and that is what you're experiencing now. Cleaning away all of those things can be much simpler than you think. But you need to know what it is that you want to visualize. And if you can visualize the right thing, then you can naturally eliminate all of the other unbeneficial ideas, shadows. And I just told you what that is. It's a beautiful day, the sun is shining, and you can do whatever you want. You can have your best day yet, live your best life, and nothing else matters. There isn't even anything else. It is just this day. It's a beautiful day, and you can do whatever you want. If you can visualize this and recognize that this has more value, then you can experience it. So what are the essential type of things that we would want to visualize? You really should listen closely to the things that have been said in this video and keep listening closely. And I would suggest that you start taking notes now. I'm not reading off a script here, so I'm not going to cover everything, but you're going to get a good idea of what it is that you mainly should visualize from now on. So I think first on your list you could write a beautiful word. And I should say, let source guide you. That might be confusing to you, but intend to see the type of idea that would benefit you the most. In the previous video I talked about how you can look at the world from above and you see the world script playing out, but you are free in a high dimension. The sun is shining, the sky is blue, you're happy, you can do whatever you want, and you need somewhat of an idea like that. Don't let anything come in the way of that idea. It's a great idea. You should visualize it, learn to stay in it. Choose to stay in it. Choose to not give it away for anything else. Because those other things would always be low frequency compared to that type of freedom. And it simply just wouldn't benefit you as much. And then we can add to the list, happy now. Happiness is a choice. It is possible to rather choose something else. But you want to visualize yourself being happy regardless, unshakable. Nothing can take away your happiness. It's the essence of who you are. And you're happy regardless. And that is something to visualize, something to practice and create for yourself. And realize that all of these things are choices. There are so many variations of these choices also. There is so many perspectives you can have of this world. But the most important thing is to have one that you're happy with. Of course, it should be based on truth, but the truth will always set you free, and the truth will always allow you to be happy. A beautiful world. The sun is shining, the sky is blue, the grass is green. It's a beautiful day. Now, of course, you also have a financial situation. You have a mental state of being where you would benefit the most from being centered. You visualize yourself being a centered person. Who do you choose to be? You choose to be happy, centered, unshakable, neutral, in a beautiful world where the sun is shining. It's a choice. And unless you realize that, you might choose something else. You might choose something that seems to logically be the thing that you should visualize. Obviously, when you look around, based on the programming you might have taken on, you can see that the world is a very corrupt place. But it really isn't. That is just an idea. It's an alternative amongst consciousness that you can choose if you want to. It's not going to benefit you that much. It is beneficial in some senses, but not necessarily for a source player. If you wanted to play that type of game, where you are taking advantage of people or opportunities, maybe rise in the ranks in society, then sure, But that might not be what you want to do. It's not so beneficial to perceive the world as a very corrupt place. It's kind of dark. You want it to be bright and beautiful, kind of like children are experiencing, where you can do whatever you want, you can eat whatever you want, you can visualize that if you want to. It's all just a matter of what you want. What do you benefit the most from? What is going to give you the best life experience? Happy now, you're a happy person. Visualize it. You can already see the idea amongst consciousness. You can see the sad version of yourself, or the one that is just angry, or the one that, whatever it should be. Pick the happy one. This is who you are. And you might recognize now that there are so many things that you can create for yourself. You can have so many qualities to yourself throughout your day. You have strength and fitness and discipline and creative abilities, health, financial situation, happy now, beautiful world. And if you can recognize if there is something right now that is bothering you, then have you maybe been visualizing that thing? Have you forgotten that you can create whatever you want? And you should think positively. What would be a healthy mindset in regards to that thing that now is upsetting you? Can you visualize it? Can you experience it now? Can you choose to be that person? So you have to be careful with choosing who you are, choosing who you want to be. Because you have so much possibilities, there are so many variations to all things. And pick the thing that is the most beneficial to you, the thing that creates the most freedom, the highest frequency, the most happiness, the best life experience. And it's going to take some effort. Pick the things that are the most important to you and learn to not care about things that doesn't matter. Also recognize if the things that doesn't matter are really coming in between you and the things that really matter to you, and flip them away. They don't matter. Choose to be happy and catch yourself if you have chosen to be anything else. Don't energize it. Get back to your happiness and stick to it. So if you have benefited from this video, kindly consider becoming a supporter. Abundant thanks for your support. Abundance, health and prosperity to you. Thank you so much.